Hey guys, so today we are going to start working on multiplication, and I am so excited to start with multiplication because there are so many different ways that we can solve a multiplication problem, and I love seeing you guys use your creativity and draw pictures or write number sentences to show how you solve these multiplication problems. So our objective for today is I can use drawings and number models to represent and solve multiplication number stories. So you guys are going to turn in your math journal to page 15, and I want you to complete the math message if you haven't already done that, and then we're going to go over it in our small groups. So the math message says, solve, include sketches to show your thinking. Ellie bought 3 packs of stickers. There are 6 stickers in each pack. How many stickers did Ellie buy in all? So it's asking you to draw something. It's asking you to find the answer, and then it's also asking you to write the number model. Now, if you're not sure what a number model is, stay tuned because we're going to go over that in just a minute. All right, so as we're looking at introducing multiplication, I want to talk about a few of those keywords that maybe you don't know what they mean. So multiplication is an operation that involves finding the number of objects in equal groups. So we're finding the number of objects in equal groups. Equal groups are the same number of objects within the same group. So if I had equal groups of 5, I would have 3 circles or 3 groups of something, and they would each have 5. So that's how they're going to be equal groups. The multiplication symbol can be read as times, and the symbol could either be an X or it could be the asterisk sign, which stands for multiplication as well. An array is an arrangement of objects in rows and columns. We are going to be looking at making arrays as a way to solve multiplication problems. All right, so we are going to be working on solving number stories. And just like you can think of the word story, it's going to have character, setting, plots, and problems. And same thing with a number story, only we're going to have numbers. We might not have characters, but they're going to be things that could happen and that involve numbers, and we're going to figure out the answer. So we are going to be using this strategy all year long because number stories are huge in 3rd grade, and this is called cubes. And when you use cubes, each letter stands for what you're going to be doing. So the C is circle key numbers in units. So by circling them, we're looking to see what do I know. The U is underline the question. That is what I am being asked to solve. We looked last week at questions and statements, so this will be a great way to practice that. The B is box the math action words. Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide? E is evaluate and eliminate. What steps do I need to do? So I'm going to think about what it is that I'm going to be doing. And then the S is to show your work and check or solve the problem. So I want to make sure that my answer makes sense. All right, so as we are getting into this, I'm going to be showing you a couple problems and modeling how you guys are going to go through the same steps to solve the problems in your work. So the directions say for problems 1 through 4, draw pictures or use counters to help you answer the questions, then write a number model. So there's that word again, number model, and when we get to it on number 1, I will explain what that means. Okay, so we are going to answer these problems, and we're going to use the cube strategy. So I'm going to write out cubes to the left, and it's just going to help me to remember to do each step and what each step is I'm going to do. So number 1 says David has 5 vases, and he puts 6 flowers in each vase. How many flowers did David put in all of the vases? So my first one is circle the numbers in the units. So I know that he has 5 vases and he puts 6 flowers in each vase. So I have circled my numbers. Then I'm going to look at the next one is the U that underline the question. And I know the question is what we're going to have to answer. It's going to have a question mark. So I know it is, how many flowers did David put in all of the vases? So that can check that off. Now, the next thing is to box in the keywords, and this is something that we're going to be building on, and we will have lots of anchor charts to help us to know what are the keywords. I will say that for this one, we have this this keyword right here, each. Tells me that they're each going to have them, so we're going to have multiple vases with 6 in them. And then in all is another keyword. In all can go for multiplication or addition. In this case, we are going to evaluate and we're going to look at those, and because we have each vase has some and we have in all, we are going to multiply. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying and then I'm going to solve. So these types of problems starting out, I love to solve these by drawing pictures. Now, I don't have to actually draw vases and flowers. I'm just going to draw circles to represent each of those. So it says David has 5 vases. So that's what holds flowers. So I'm going to draw a picture with 5 circles to represent my 5 vases. And then he puts 6 flowers in each vase. So I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 6 flowers in each. Now I need to know how much he has all together. So I'm going to have to add all of those up to help me solve this problem and get the number of flowers. So I know that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to keep counting. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30. He has 30 flowers all together. So I'm going to be able to write my answer, 30 flowers. Now, here's that number model. The number model, or sometimes we call it the number sentence, is the numbers that we used to solve the problem. And we're going to be adding in those operations that we talked about. Now, we can write 2 number models on this one. I want to practice doing multiplication, so he had 5 vases and he had 6 in each. So we're going to say 5 times 6 equals 30. But remember I said earlier, it's not the only way to do it. We could also say, well, he has 5 vases and there's 6 in each, and we can make an addition problem. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 30. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s, or of those 6 flowers in each vase. There's 5 of them, and that equals 30 flowers. So number models are those numbers written with the symbols, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, the equal sign, to make that number sentence to represent what we just did. Okay, let's go through number 2. And I'm going to delete some of this so that we have space to work. Number 2 says, Sam bought 4 packs of crackers. Each package holds 8 crackers. How many crackers did Sam buy in all? Same thing, I'm going to go through my cubes. And I'm going to do the C, which is circle the numbers. So I see that Sam bought 4 packs and that it holds 8 crackers. So I'm going to circle the 4 and the 8. And then I'm going to underline the question. How many crackers did Sam buy in all? Got that. I'm going to box in the keywords. So again, like my first problem, I see this each, so I'm going to put a box around that. And I see in all. Both of those things tells me I'm going to multiply. So when I evaluated it, I'm going to multiply. Now this one says that Sam bought 4 packs of crackers, so I have to think about, what should I draw? Well, I want to draw 4 packs. So 1, 2, I'm going to move me over, 3, 4. And each pack holds 8 crackers. So I'm going to think about putting 8 crackers in each of those boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now that I have each pack and it has 8 crackers in each, there's 4 packages, I evaluated it and I came up with my plan. I need to solve it. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to add those all up together to see how many crackers were in all of the packs that he bought. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. He has 32 crackers. So I'm going to write that on my sentence or my answer line. Now I have to do my number model or my number sentence. So I know that he had 4 packs and then in each were 8. So 4 times 8 equals 32. If you wanted to write a different number model and you wanted to do addition, you could do 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 32. That is using addition because there are 4 8s that we would add together to get 32. I'm going to erase it again. We're going to look at number 3. Number 3 says, a meeting room has 5 rows of chairs. Each row has 8 chairs. How many chairs are in each row, in all? How many chairs are in all of the rows? So again, I'm going to go through and I'm going to use my cube strategy so that I am going through all my steps, making sure I'm not forgetting something. So the first thing, the C says to circle my numbers. I see 5 rows and I see 8 chairs. I can check that off. The U is underline. So I'm going to underline the question, how many chairs are in all of the rows? So I'm going to check off the underline. Now I'm going to box in my keywords, and just like with number 1 and 2, each is a keyword, and then in all is a keyword. So I know that I have my keywords. When I figured that out, I'm going to evaluate it and know that I want to multiply. And then I'm going to kind of think about how I want to set up these. And I'm thinking about maybe doing a different picture because we're talking about rows. So I'm going to thinking about doing 5 rows. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in each row there are 8 chairs. So I'm just going to do dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now that I have all of my chairs marked out, I'm going to go through and I'm going to add them together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There are 40 chairs in all. My number model for this that I'm looking for is 5 times 8 equals 40. Now, if I wanted to do an addition problem, I could say 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus, 8 plus 8. So there's 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8. We could add all those up together to get 40. Okay. You guys are going to continue working on solving these problems, and you're going to solve this problem in your math journal on page 15. On this one, you have just one question here. When we meet in our groups, we're going to do number 2 because you're going to be listening to the number stories that I'm going to tell you. And so for right now, you're just doing number 1. And then you will have your home link, which will be about multiplication, again, number stories. There's a couple questions. And finally, what you're going to do is to play a few rounds of array bingo. You're going to log into your McGraw-Hill account and go to the games page, and then follow the directions given when you begin playing. So if you click on the screen, it's going to take you to log into your McGraw-Hill, and you're looking for the game Array Bingo. So what you're going to do is you'll get a card, and that's like on the screen, there's 16. You're going to find the multiplication problem that has 16 dots or has a product of 16. And then you'll get a new card, and you'll just go from there. So you're trying to make a bingo. As always, I will see you in our groups. If you have questions, always ask me there. If you have other questions after we've met, send me an email and I will get back to you. And if we need to, we can set up a time to get on Google Meet so that you guys can ask me and can show me on your computer screens. I'll see you later.